Knights of Apollo. What's up, guys? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are ready for another steamy battle in Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD. This one is a 2 vs 2. As you can tell, we are in the very hot desert, or somewhere in the east, and we got some pretty cool factions that we haven't quite seen before, or some. I think we've seen a couple here, but I think there's one faction we haven't seen yet. Anyways, let's do some slow motion so we can really look at these army comps and then get this one started. So on one side we have the Duchy of Saxony, and then helping Saxony we have the Duchy of Brabant. So very cool. I think this is the first time we've seen Brabant. Very nice. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. And then over on the other side, we have the Latin Empire. And I love this faction. I know I'm supposed to hate this faction because I love the Byzantine Empire too, but these guys just look so cool. And they've got some very They have some very cool spearmen here. So I am excited to see them in action. And then supporting the Latin Empire, we have the Despotate of Epirus. So yeah, pretty cool factions today. Let's go ahead and look at the army comps really fast. So we'll start with the duchies over here. So starting with Brabant, he has some sergeants late period. So he's bringing a very small but elite army, very skilled warriors. So yeah, he's got the late period sergeants. He's got, I think, about 3-4 units of Pavese crossbowmen. So even his skirmishers are very elite. And then he has got 1 unit of crossbow sergeants high period. So again, bringing a lot of bows. He's got about 2 units of the mercenary Swiss halberdiers. And then back here he has his cav, he has his general, Duke of Brabant. And then he has his, I think, 3 units of the Brabantian knights. Late period. These guys look pretty stunning. They look really good. Look at that uniform, very nice. And that's pretty much it for his army. Again, very small but elite. Moving on to his ally, who's bringing somewhat of a bigger army. He's actually bringing a lot of crossbows. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of crossbows. He's got the crossbow sergeant's high period, so a pretty solid crossbow unit there. Not as good as the Pavese, but still very deadly. And then he's got a good amount of men-at-arms with a nice two-handed weapons ready to go. Looks like, again, still looks like they're wearing their dad's t-shirt or something. Yeah, it looks a little weird. And then he's bringing mostly sergeant high period, so not as good as late, but still very, very deadly. Great at holding the line and supporting your cav, being the anvil for the cav. And then over here he has his 3 Saxon knight units. Again, a very awesome looking cav unit. I love the medieval time period. Very flashy, very colorful in terms of military. And then he's got his Duke of Saxony. So that is his army comp. Moving on to the attacker, or the opposing side. So we've got some heavy shock cav over here. So I think he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 units of heavy shock cav, and then he's got about 4 units of the bow millis, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. High period, pretty solid. And then over on the edge here, he's bringing some crossbows. So he's got some crossbow men at arms. They look pretty cool. Oh, man, I just love the Latin Empire. So many sweet units. And then he's got some spear millis. So these guys look amazing. I love the swirlies on the spears. The swirlies, that's what I'm gonna call them. So yeah, in the front line he's got a lot of spears there, and then he's got some pikemen that look just stunning, almost like late period pikemen, like almost like conquistador looking type pikemen. But yeah, 2 units of them. And then he's got his sword millis back here, late period. Look at the shields. Look at this. I've never seen this. I guess they recently updated. Oh my god, look at this guy's uniform. Very nice. You're looking good. And then back here he has the Latin Empire, or Emperor, I should say, not the Empire. So that's pretty much it for the Latin Empire. Moving on, we'll actually do normal speed here because I think we still have some time here to kill. So yeah, on this side we've got some heavy archers going with a very expensive archer unit. Look at these guys. They look fantastic. I'm amazed by this mod every single day. So yes, he has a lot of heavy archers for his archer force. Will they be enough to take on the massive horde of Pavese crossbowmen? And then he's got the School-to-Toy, I don't know. He's got a spear unit here. It's a heavy spear unit. Again, very cool looking. I think we've seen him before. Oh yeah. You got Jesus looking over the battlefield, keeping them inspired. He's got his heavy infantry here. Again, very religious symbols there, but again, this is the medieval time period. That's not surprising. More heavy infantry, and then back here he's got the Anglo-Varangio. So this is it's kind of like Varangian Guard, very nasty, big axes, two-handed swords. Should be able to do a lot of damage, so he's keeping them in reserve. And look at this flashy son of a bitch. Look at this, Emperor's Bodyguard. This is a very, very cool looking bodyguard. And then over on this side, he's bringing the Cavalry. So yeah, that's probably correct. And he's got some mercenary German knights, I can say that. And then he's got more of the cav back here, mercenary German knights. So it's a mix of the two different types of cav. Looks like it's a light cav. Mercenary German knights, I don't know how effective they are. I haven't really tried them out, but you can tell their horses are not super armored, but the soldiers are pretty armored. So we'll see how effective they are. But it looks like the battle has begun. Perfect timing there. So the archers are moving forward. You can see just this epic point of view of the armies on the battlefield, and the crossbows are about to be in range. Now, who's going to win this situation? Well, if this was Medieval 2, this army would easily win this skirmish, but again, this is not Medieval 2, this is Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD. So we'll see what happens here. I still think the Pavi's crossbows are going to win this situation. So the Despotate of Epirus, they might have to get pretty aggressive here, but it actually looks like he's moving up with his ally on this side. His ally is pushing forward. You can see the great spears moving forward. Oh my god, this is so sick. Favorite thing right here in this army is the spears. Those massive shields. I love that. Look at the different designs, different shapes. That is very, very cool. I love the variation. Looks very nice. Looks authentic. All right, here we go. We got the bows in range, and they are about to feel the wrath of those crossbows. Now, they will have a faster rate of fire, so that might change, you know, it might help them out there. I mean, that's one of the categories that they are more effective in, but we'll see. I mean, the Medieval Kingdom crossbows are still very quick, very, very quick at firing, reloading, so we'll see what happens here. Nice. You can see that they've already taken some casualties here. You can also see back there the cav is moving forward, so they might begin their cav engagement here. So let's go ahead and zoom out here. Look at the cavs, both going on the flank here from the opposing team, the red team here, and they are moving in, going in for the kill. Let's see what happens here on this side. It looks like we're actually going to get our first cav engagement. We're actually going to do some slow motion here. These pitch battles can go really fast, but here we go, guys. Heavy Knights going into Heavy Knights. Who will be victorious? Well, I think it's going to be the Heavy Knights, but that is just a, you know, just a shot in the dark there. But yeah, this is going to be an epic struggle, and really both sides, I mean, this is probably more in favor of the Duchy of Saxony because they can quickly send in some infantry support, which they are doing right now. They're sending up the men-at-arms, which will really help, they'll help out their cav in this situation. Also, you can see some arrows coming in, which could cause some friendly fire, but it might be worth it. And you can see he's disengaging here. Over on this side, it looks like he was going to go for a charge, but he decided to fall back there. He was going to take it. He's going to keep his cav in reserve and wait for a better opportunity. All right, so back to normal speed. Get a nice bird's eye view. We do have some fire arrows coming out from the heavy archers of Epirus. So he might be trying to break his enemy. Not really sure why he's using fire arrows. Well, maybe he misclicked there. Actually, nope, he still got fire arrows firing down. So you can see he's kind of focusing down some of the enemy infantry here instead of the enemy archers. That might be a valid strategy. And he might just, because the infantry for the other team is really what their strength is at, you know. Well, and their skirmishers. They just have all-around good armies. But Epirus and the Latin Empire, they're going to have to rely on their numbers and try to overwhelm their forces. But you can see the Saxon Knights, they are doing very, very well in this situation. They're already breaking some of the Lancer cav of the Latin Empire. So let's go ahead and do slow motion once again. Really just, you know, get some nice slow motion action going on here. Very cool fight so far. Love seeing the Knights in action. So yeah, they're having a pretty epic skirmish over on this side. It is going in favor of Saxony, and they are actually pushing up infantry, and we have a bit of a tussle going on this front. We've got the spears taking on men-at-arms. I'm pretty sure the men-at-arms should be able to clean this up pretty quickly, but they might get surrounded by the numbers of the Latin Empire. Let's see. Actually, here we go. We got the spears forming up here. We got a lot of crossbows. Look at this. These poor soldiers slowly dying. This guy got shot in the back of the head lower head, neckish area. That's got to be very painful. And now the infantry ready to charge it. Look at this formation, though. That is sick. They're going to hold, form square, and now they're going to move up their pikes and their reserve infantry. We got another square pike formation in the back here, which always looks excellent. And then the pikes are now moving forward. But you can see the infantry trying to get them off, you know, trying to get them by surprise, trying to get them out of formation there, which they are pretty successful. And now we've got the heavy swordsman going in to support his pikes. So let's go ahead and zoom out of here. You can see one side of the battle is already underway. We'll go ahead and do some slow motion again because these battles are so fast. I don't want this to end too quickly. So yeah, the spears are going to continue to hold here, and they're going to do their best. I think they can hold out in this formation. They can probably hold out for a pretty long time, but we'll see what happens here. He's probably going to need some infantry support, some cav support in this kind of engagement because his soldiers are outclassed here. But this is a huge problem for the Latin Empire because he lost the cav engagement, and the Saxon Knights, man, they are a tough cav force to deal with, and they are about to crash down on the flank of the Latin Empire, and he's down to his general. He's down to a very thin unit of shock cav here. He's not, well, it's not looking too great. He's got to send over some infantry support. He's got to try to focus his archers down on that enemy cav, so we'll see what happens here. So we'll go back to normal speed. You can see they're engaging some of the knights who are just standing here. That is a miss micro right there. So the Saxon knights being able to get a good charge there. We do have some arrows coming in. He is now going for the general. He's not paying attention. The general slowly walking. He's about to get charged in the back. It is too late. Now he's getting sprayed with arrows, but it's not enough, and the general is in danger. He could die here any second now, and now we have the infantry from the other side moving forward. You can see the spears are trying to absorb some of that arrow fire. You have a lone archer. He's kind of bloodied up, probably a little confused, in shock. He doesn't know what's going on, looking around the battlefield, just begging for mercy. He's like, where am I? What day is it? I don't know, but fire. Kill the enemy. Any day now, please. There you go. Pew. Pew. He's going after those crossbows. Crossbows don't really have a good angle to the enemy anymore since most of their forces are engaged in the center. But you can see lots of beautiful colors going at it right now. And the cav is getting fantastic hammer and anvil. The Saxon knights, they are a huge issue for the Latin Empire, and unfortunately their archers are now stuck in melee. They could survive this situation. At least they might get defeated here, but if they kill enough, oh, that poor knight there. If they kill enough here, they might be able to contain their flank. But I don't think, it might be too late. You can see a lot of breaking over here, but the pikemen, they are moving into position, trying to fill up any gaps, any flanks that are exposed. So the pikemen moving forward there. And well, his infantry still holding strong here at the center position. He's actually breaking some of the Saxon soldiers or sergeants here, high-peered sergeants. So there's still hope. I mean, it looks like he sent in his Anglo-Varangio unit there, so they are going to be a nice unit to try to clean up these Saxons here. You can see them in the front lines. This guy is pissed. Here he goes. Oh, trying to split that shield right there. Just doesn't quite get it done. I'm sure he's going to chop someone's head off here soon. There he goes. He goes, oh, there we go. Oh, a very violent fight in the front line here. Oh, look at these. I just love it. These shields, man, they look so good. Very awesome battle so far, but this is going to be a huge issue. But let's go ahead and look at what's going on the other side. You can see that things are a little bit slower here. This is not good. This is not good for Epirus at all. Epirus, I think at this point, which I think he's doing the right thing. He needs to send over cav. Honestly, he probably should have sent over cav a little bit earlier because the Saxon cav is just running amok on the archers. They're just getting slaughtered by these very beautiful knights here. And though they are beautiful, they are very deadly, like most women. But yeah, he's going to be charging in, and they need to move over there quickly to save his allies' army, because he doesn't want his allies to lose, obviously, because then he'll get double teamed. Oh, we got a cav charge going on this flank. So now that the Duchy of Brabant, they notice that he's sent over some cav to support his ally. He's now going to engage his knights because he feels like he has the the edge in this situation because he sent away some of his cav units. So we got a pretty fierce fight going on between Epirus and Brabant. Got those mercenary German knights. They're probably pretty familiar with the knights, or the Brabantian knights. So a nice cav fight over here. That's going to be really... Oh, using the general for hammer and anvil. Surrounding... Wait. Yeah, okay. He's contain... Okay, I'm sorry. He's containing the Brabantian knights here. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I confused Epirus with the Latin Empire. What's fighting in the front line? What exactly is fighting? Because the Anglo-Varangian units... Oh, do they both have... Wait, hold on. Okay, so Okay, so the Anglo-Varangio units, they are actually on two fronts of the battle as of right now. I guess he sent over some infantry to support his Latin Empire ally, but will it be enough? These guys are kicking ass, though. Look at this. They are doing a lot of damage against these men-at-arms. They might be able to save his ally. I don't know. His army is on the run. They are wavering. The Saxon knights are just too much. And we now have the reinforcement mercenary German knights, who look stunning, by the way. But they're coming in. They're trying to clean up the Saxon knights. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. It might be too late. He probably needs to fall back to his allies' front line and see what they can do here. But anyways, continuing on the cav engagement here. You can see he used his general to try to close in on one of the enemy Brabantian knights unit. It's a risky move, but it's a move he has to do. He doesn't want to lose his general, but I think he's fairly safe with the support of the archers in the melee. Okay, so over on this side. Yes, indeed. It looks like Brabant. They are winning this engagement, and they're going to continue to run around and cause some issues for the Epirus cav, or Epirope cav, or whatever. But we do have the Swiss halberds close by, giving them some support. We also have some spears trying to support their cav in this engagement, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And it looks like the Duchies are going to win this one. We'll see, though. They did break this cav unit, which is good to see. Now he's got his Anglo-Varangio charging in. They are desperately needed. Here they go, guys. Right into the flank of the Swiss halberds. They're going to try to reform here, but it's going to be too late. And they're going to break that formation. A much-needed charge there. But they need more support on this front. They're losing this cav engagement. Dude, close your mouth when you breathe. Alright, so yeah, great fight there. But let's see what's going on in this front line. Oh, they're going for the general. Man, the general v general here. I don't think Epirus should engage here. I think he should fall back. There's no need to chase, because now your men are going to be open to crossbow fire. It's a bait. It's a trap. Yep. And there goes the crossbows. Look at that. Look at that. The crossbows wiped out the general. And now we've got this epic infantry fight here between heavy infantry and late period sergeants. So a nice battle line right here. The crossbows still racking up a lot of kills. The spears are wavering. It looks like these small elite armies were just too much for the Latin Empire and the Despotate of Epirus. But these German knights, they're still going at it, trying to take out these sergeants. He should probably get out of melee, try to do some cycle charges, but I understand why he's stuck in melee, because the crossbows would only tear up his knights because they're such a big target. But he's going to stay close to the front lines because they do risk friendly fire with those crossbows. But unfortunately, that's going to be it for the German knights. They are mercenaries. They fight for money. Oh, and we got the general now coming in. The Duke of Brabant, crushing these archers, destroying the back lines. And most of the opposing forces, we got Epirus and the Latin Empire. They are mostly breaking. And here comes the Swiss halberds. They are going to slaughter. Oh, well, they're doing some damage, but they should defeat this unit. Oh, we got some. Oh, wait, is that. Oh, he charged his own men in the back there. That was a little misclick there, I assume. So, yeah, not a great decision there, but that's okay. Should still win this battle. Here we go. Here comes a charge in the back of what's left of this infantry of Epirus. Very nice. Lovely cav. You can see that some of their forces are coming back. They're going to rally here a little bit. But at this point, this is pretty much the cleanup phase of the battle. You can see the crossbows are just slaughtering the troops that return to the fight. There's really no reason to come back. There's no way you can turn this one around. It is over. The Latin Empire is crushed, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be happy to see that. You know, I understand why a lot of people hate the Latin Empire, but they look so cool. You got to give them that. You got to give them that. You can't take that away from them. You know, whatever. Yes, they did a little, you know, they put a crusade on the Byzantine Empire. What can you do? You know, you can't do much about it. That was a pretty pathetic charge there. But that's all right. They don't need an epic charge. They are about to clean up the rest of these forces. The enemy general is dead. There he is, lying dead. Oof, that is not a good pose right there. That is dead of all dead. And yeah, there we go. Close victory. But, you know, honestly, that was pretty decisive there at the start. It was all about the cav. I think the Latin Empire, they really struggled to take on those Saxon knights. And because of that, they couldn't really contend with the crossbows. Crossbows just melted his infantry. And he did his best to try to form that square formation by time. But he just didn't have enough elite forces to take out the enemy elite forces. And pretty much the same thing on the other side. Lots of crossbows really saved the day for them. And the cav, again, just wrecking lives. Unfortunately, Epirus, he had to send over his reserve cav to try to save his ally. And because of that, the Duchy of Brabant, they were able to strike with their cav and take out a much smaller cav force. So let's go ahead and look at the end results here and see how the units did, how well they performed. Oh yeah, you can see here these knights racking up a lot of kills. This one was just shy of 300 kills. And by the way, this was sent in by Cannon Fodder. So thank you so much for the battle replay, and good game to Mutton Shop, good game to Deadwood Star and Feudal Tube Sock. So his infantry did well. Everyone did pretty well. It's just all well, nice even spread for the Duchy of Brabant. And then looking at Mutton Chop, pretty much the same thing. Jeez, look at those crossbows. That is a lot. His cav doing very well. His infantry doing pretty well, except for this one. But yeah, overall doing pretty excellent. And then we look at the Latin Empire. Let's see what happened here. His cav got wrecked. And that's one thing I noticed in this game, is that if you do not have good cav, they really struggle to get any kills. Now, I feel like most of the kills from this cav is not so much killing enemy cav, but just running down after beating the enemy cav. So like running down archers and stuff. So I don't think these guys did, I mean, they did pretty bad. Whenever you have lesser cav, you have to commit some support. You have to commit some extra spearmen, maybe buy a cheap spear or a halberdier or something like that to join the cav engagement. If you have lesser cav, I would try to use the cav defensively or super aggressively, as in trying to charge down skirmishers. But yeah, his archers did okay. His crossbow unit getting 101 kills, that's pretty good. His infantry not doing bad at all. His spears did pretty bad, but to be fair, I think he lost a lot to enemy crossbow fire. So overall, the Latin Empire infantry did well. It's really his spears and his cav that really suffered. Looking at Feudal Tube Sock, let's see what his cav did. Okay, his mercenary German knights did pretty well, but unfortunately his other cav, Cavalry, did pretty bad. His archers doing okay. I don't think they did as well as, you know, for how much they cost. I don't think they did that great. His Anglo Varangio, they did pretty good. His infantry, again, doing pretty solid. His spears not doing so great, but not terrible. And again, same issue, just the cav didn't win. Cav is so important, and if you do not have cav throughout the entire battle, you are going to lose. You're going to get the hammer and anvil, you're going to get cycle charge. It's going to be really messy. So that's going to wrap up today's battle. It is a bit of a short battle today. I just got home from a long trip, and it is Halloween, so there's people constantly ringing the doorbell, so I could not do a super long video, but I am pretty short on 12-12 siege battle replays. So if you guys have any really awesome 12-12 battle replays or siege battle replays, be sure to send them my way. I will certainly be playing more of this mod in the future to try to get some content as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this battle, be sure to leave a like, a comment, share, and if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more epic battles. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.